All right, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah YAHAWASHI, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah YAHAWASHI. All praises to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. And basically the title, I entitled this video, Is Solomon YAHAWASHI? All right. And the answer to that question, without a shadow of a doubt, is yes. Of course, I always think of the scripture, well, basically the chapter, 1 Corinthians, the second chapter, and how Paul compares the natural mind and the spiritual mind and having the mind of Yahawashi and understanding things from a spiritual perspective and having that spiritual perspective or having that spiritual discernment which has been given and bestowed unto us. Okay? So for certain men to say otherwise, to me, it's not a shock. All right. Nevertheless, I want to go into it and prove it because I actually like the topic, because for one, it proves reincarnation. All right. For two, it brings a clear, more of an understanding of why Yahawashi died. Okay. Now, this is and why he was treated the way he was treated, and it fulfills prophecy. All right. This is 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. This is the prophet Nathan talking to King David. Okay. This is a prophecy. And when thy days shall be fulfilled and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed after thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. Okay. So it's well known that what? Solomon did have a great kingdom, right? When you understand things spiritually, you understand that this chapter, well, that verse there is twofold. Okay. I'm going to further explain. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. That's right. Now, Solomon did build a physical temple. However, this scripture is twofold in understanding why. Because remember what Yahawashi said. You know what? I didn't have that scripture. I believe it's John the 2nd chapter. I don't have that scripture lined up. Let me get it though. All right. Because Yahawashi talked about what? Building a temple. Okay. Let's do it this way. Satan, Salakia, 1 second. Yep, John the 2nd chapter. Okay. John chapter 2. Start at verse 18. Then answered the Jews and said unto him, what sign showest thou unto us, seeing that thou doest these things? Yahawashi answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. Then said the Jews, 46 years was this temple in building, and will thou tear it up in 3 days? But he spake of the temple of his body. That's right. And that's what it's all spiritual now. And also, too, a part of the spiritual body, okay, is what? The elect, the 144,000, the other elect souls that will be chosen to be delivered in this next world's war and throughout the turmoil that's going to go on the face of the earth. Okay, that represents also to the body, and the building starts. Okay, it started with Yahawashi, him teaching the disciples, and the disciples teaching fellow servants and other apostles, and on to this day, and that's a part of the building of the house of the Lord. Okay, so matter of fact, I'll read this, verse 22. When therefore he was risen from the dead, the disciples remembered that he had said this unto them, and they believe the scripture and the word which Yahawashi had said. All right, now that's the point. So I'm going to go back, okay? I'm going to go back to 2 Samuel chapter 7, all right? I'm going to read verse 14 now. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, well, let's first deal with that. It says, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. All right, let's go to the scriptures. This is Hebrews chapter 1, verse 5. Okay. It says, I'm going to start verse 4. Being made, this is talking about YAHAWASHI, being made so much better than the angels, as he had by inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. For unto which of the angels said at any time, Thou art my son, this day I have begotten thee. And again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. Okay? All right? Now, and again, this is all twofold, man. This is because typically, I know a lot of times we say things are twofold. A lot of times when things are twofold, it has a carnal aspect, perspective, and it also has a spiritual aspect and perspective. Okay? In fact, the word perspective means to see before. Okay? You have to see things in the spirit in order for you to grasp what YAHAWASHI is conveying. Okay? That's why a lot of people bug out when, the apostles, say how that we have more understanding than the men back then. Because when David was getting this, he didn't fully understand about YAHAWASHI and what was to come. Okay? So let's go back. All right? This is going back, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 14. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. Okay, we just proved that. Okay, as it is written, if he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. Okay, and see, and that's it right there, man. All right, because when you go into the history, all right, on King Solomon, all right, this is 1 Kings 11 and 41. And the rest of the acts of Solomon and all that he did in his wisdom, are they not written in the book of the Acts of Solomon? And the time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all was 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers, and he was buried in the city of David, his father, and Rehoboam, his son, reigned in his stead. Right? So we know that that's what? Clearly talking about YAHAWASHI. Nevertheless, did not Solomon commit iniquity? Okay. Solomon didn't commit iniquity. When you read the 11th chapter here. Okay. The Most High was angry with him. He was he was taking heed to these to the other gods, building up altars for them. Yes, he did commit iniquity, but he did not get beat. Okay, with the stripes of men. Now, if Solomon isn't YAHAWASHI, why did YAHAWASHI get beat with the rod and the stripes of men if he was perfect on the scene? And that's why I said it brings forth clearer a further understanding of why YAHAWASHI died, because he also too was paying for his sins. Okay, this is Job chapter 4 verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Right? The scripture's asking a sarcastic question, if you will. Whoever perished being innocent? The answer is no one. Verse 8, even as I have seen that they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Right? You're going to inevitably, a man that commits iniquity, because we all have transgressed the law in the flesh, okay, we were going to receive for our wrongdoings. Now, YAHAWASHI was in the flesh when that same spirit that was Solomon, okay, was in that flesh of Solomon. Of YAHAWASHI. He committed no transgression. So why did he get beat? Not only for the children of Israel, but for his sins as well in the past life. Okay? The scriptures tell you what? That under the sun is the place of judgment. Okay? So it's clear as day. All right? Let me go back. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. This is Psalms chapter 132, and I'm going to start at verse 10. For thy servant David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of the body will I set up thy throne. That's right, because the throne was, and the temple was established, right, through Solomon, and that was a physical temple. But when he came back as YAHAWASHI, he set up and established the the spiritual temple and the spiritual throne. Okay, and then when he comes back, he's going to set up. It's going to be basically, in so many words, all of it put in one. The spiritual and the physical is going to meet. All right, if you can receive that. Okay, so let me go back. This is 2 Samuel chapter 2. All right. It says, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. But my mercy shall not depart from him, as I took it from Saul. I put away before thee, whom I put away before thee. Okay. And that's why, that scripture I read in Psalms 132 and 10, that proves that right there. Okay. And who's the anointed? The anointed. All right. Let me go back to that scripture. Psalms 132 and 10. It says, for thy servants David's sake, turn not away the face of thine anointed. Right. Because the anointed is who? YAHAWASHI, man. Okay. Why? Because it was promised unto David out of his loins that these things will happen. Okay. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 15. But my mercy shall not depart away from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before thee. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. Right? Because what? Solomon, that throne that he actually built for himself, because Solomon also built himself a home. He built himself a house. Okay. He had a throne that he sat upon. Okay. That wasn't established forever. In fact, when you go into I'll say that for another time. I won't go into that. But there was wars. Okay. And the temple was rent. Okay. The physical temple was rent. All right. But anyway, matter of fact, let me see if I can make sure I'm not, I want to actually get it for myself as well. Now that it's actually coming to me. Salakia, bear with me. Oh, man. You see, I'm Salakia. This is 1 Kings chapter 11. Right, that's right. That's right. It says, because, okay, let me make sure. Okay. All right, with the Salakia, that was the point. Okay, so let me get this scripture real quick. This is Matthew. I'm sorry, Luke chapter 1 verse 33. It says, okay, this is I believe it's the prayer of Zechariah. All right, the father of John the Baptist. Okay. It says, no, I'm sorry. This is Gabriel speaking unto to Mary. Okay. Now this is the prophecy. Okay. It says, verse 31, and behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb and bring forth a son, and shalt call his name YAHAWASHI. He shall be great, and he shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord power shall give unto him the throne of his father David. Woo! Verse 33, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and his kingdom there shall be no end. That's flat out, man. There's no getting around that, man. If you are a spiritual man, you call yourself an Israelite, you believe in reincarnation, without a shadow of a doubt, YAHAWASHI was Solomon. Okay? Now let's go back. This is 2 Samuel chapter 2. I'm sorry, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 16 again. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to all these words and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. That's right, because this was prophecy, man. Okay? Some things that happened back when we read in the history happen on a smaller scale, but it's happening all over again today. Okay? And it's manifesting again today, but it's on a higher level and it's more spiritual. Okay? So you have to be more spiritual to understand the things that YAHAWASHI is displaying on the earth. All right? Through his servants, the prophets. Okay, I want to give all praises to Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rachakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone.